I'm Soupy Sales, and I've got a secret.
I've Got a Secret, brought to you tonight by Winston. Winston tastes good, like a cigarette should.
I'm through fiddling around. I changed to Winston, and I changed for good taste every time.
Winston tastes good like it should. When you change to Winston, you'll change for good. 'Cause Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
From New York, here is I've Got a Secret, starring Steve Allen.
Howdy, good evening, and welcome to I Got a Secret. You know there's a water shortage in New York, right? I know they got a shortage, but this is ridiculous. Oh, dear, I'm lying here in 17 feet of dust. But I'm very sorry you're not going to get to see my famous water ballet tonight. I know you're disappointed, but that's showbiz. But I'll sing just a few lines for you of my new song, which I think you'll find very touching. Professor? Water in New York, that's what the people are seeking. Water in New York, be sure your faucet's not leaking. That's as far as we're going now. I just thought of that about 20 minutes ago. I hope to have it finished by the end of the show, in which case the panel and I'll sing it. All right, panel?
Right.
In that case, it seems only fitting that we might as well introduce the panel right now. Fortunately, there's no shortage of good panelists here. And there they are, once again, lovely Betsy Palmer.
Good evening.
And Mr. Bill Cullen. And Bess Meyerson. And Henry Morgan. Now, if everybody over there is wondering what we're doing here with an empty swimming pool on our stage and a lot of water all over our floor,
Not too much.
I think we can find out by meeting our first contestant. So will the gentleman step right out, please? Nice to have you with us, sir. Would you tell us your name and where you're from?
My name's Charlie Heifman. I'm from West Nyack, New York.
Well, this swimming pool behind us here belongs to Mr. Heifman. And he is one of the very few New Yorkers who had the foresight to fill his pool before the restrictions were put in recently on the water shortage. Now, did you get much use out of the pool this summer, sir?
Yes, I used it till about the beginning of August.
I see. Well, if you'll whisper the details about that to me, we'll find out what happened then to change things. Tell me more. Well, panel, the clue concerns something that happened, unusual as it may be, and we'll start the game this time with Henry Morgan.
Sir, where did you... I'm sorry, you said you lived on the west side of New York?
No, West Nyack, New York.
Oh, Nyack, New York.
That's right.
Up above the Hudson. And your secret is something that happened to your pool in August?
That's right.
Well, we'll eliminate the easy stuff. It didn't spring a leak.
No, it didn't.
The neighbors didn't come around with buckets and take all your water.
No.
Wait a minute, I hear a noise out here.
You're right, Henry. That noise does tell you something. You're warm. You must know that. $20 down, 60 to go. Betsy?
Does it have to do with the removal of the water from your tank?
Yes, it does, Betsy.
But we have to find out how it was removed.
Well...
Did people siphon it out?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
You have to tell us a little bit more than you've determined so far.
You mean one morning you woke up and there was no more water in your pool?
That's
and you
right.
were wearing-
you know, like everybody else around the country, I've been reading all summer about the terrible, and it's serious too, the water shortage in New York. But I didn't realize just how desperate the situation was until I met Mr. Hyperman, because he had this theft of all the water in his pool. How much was it in all?
About 4,000 gallons.
4,000 gallons. Now, how can you be sure that it was actually stolen?
Well, my children got up in the morning, they went out for a swim, and
They
it was
jumped
all
in and
gone.
it hurt like heck. It's all gone. Now, do you think it couldn't have been an inside job, could it?
No, I don't think so, Steve.
I see. Do you have any idea at all, any list of suspects?
No, not yet.
Was there any...
Yes,
Excuse me.
Betsy.
Was the ground damp around the pool?
No, it was completely dry.
Completely dry.
That's right.
And you
Henry?
didn't hit...
Got the answer.
Yeah.
It was full of
Very
beer.
large flock of sparrows.
Really thirsty, too. What
Do you think
kind
it
of
could have
person
been
do you
done?
think might have taken the water?
I think it was somebody from New Jersey. The restrictions there don't allow them to fill their own pools.
Come
I know I'm
on
going to get
now.
shot.
Are you New Jersey
I-
people going to stand
No,
for that?
we're not going to. I'm from New Jersey.
I'm sorry.
And boy.
What did you do about it? Did you have any recourse at all?
Well, my wife notified the police department, and we put an insurance claim in for the water.
Hey, I just see they call the police department and say 32,000 gallons of water was stolen, and the police department says, "Can you describe it for me?"
That's just what they did.
Well, we're going to give you, besides the, I've got a secret money here. The producers have authorized us to put up another $80 as a reward for information leading to the arrest or whereabouts of whatever I'm talking about your water here. And I have, friends, a description. You've got the right idea, Bill. I got a description of the stolen goods, so you crime busters out there, get out your pencils and take notes. Be on the lookout, friends, for 4,000 gallons of New York City water that looks very suspicious. It's
It always
approximately
did.
16 feet around, 3 feet high, has a bluish-green color, and was last seen in the vicinity of West Nyack, New York. I understand that there were a few leaves floating on top of it, and we're warning, friends, do not try to capture this water by yourself. It may squirt you right in the mouth. You never can tell. It may attack you altogether. Well, sir, I want you to accept this little gift before the frost sets in. Start off on your new collection. And thank you for being with us tonight, Mr. Wilson. The next dramatic chapter of Water in New York will be back in just a moment, but first, let's watch this.
Find folks with a knack for having fun, and you'll find Winston. When you change to Winston, you'll change for good, for the good taste of Winston's Filter Blend tobaccos. Yes, it's what's up front that counts. That's why more people smoke Winston than any other filter cigarette.
When I changed to Winston, I changed for good, 'cause I got good taste like I knew I would.
Winston tastes good like it should. When you change to Winston, you'll change for good. 'Cause Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
Now may we have our next contestant, please? Sir, would you tell us your name and where you're from?
My name is Walt von Gunten, and I'm from Madison, Wisconsin.
Where are you from originally, Mr. Van Gunten?
I'm Swiss.
Swiss, all right. Panel, Mr. Van Gunten is an artist, and if I may give an opinion, an extremely gifted one. His work is fascinating, beautiful, and unusual. In fact, I'd like to show you a... what's that? Here it is, yes. I'd like to show you a sample of it right now. It's a picture of an owl in a tree, as you can see. Now, all of Mr. Van Gunten's pictures have this kind of remarkable detail. The original of this, by the way, is mounted on an easel on the side of the stage so that one of our other cameras can take this close shot you're looking at the moment. As you can see, it's really superb work, extremely beautiful. Now, panel, there's a secret in connection with this picture. So, Mr. Van Gunten, if you'll whisper that secret to me, we'll show the people at home just what it is. It's a little bit more about that, I understand. And the clue to Mr. Van Gunten's secret concerns something he has done, obviously, and we'll start the game this time with Betsy Palmer. And, sir, would you hand that to Miss Palmer so that she can study it as she poses her questions?
Mine is very, very beautiful. Lovely. Does it have to do with the picture?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Does it have to do with the way you have executed this picture? Would you like me to pass it on or hold it? No, pass it on for the time being. Does it have to do with the implements that you used in executing this picture?
Yes, yes it has.
Was it done with ink?
No.
No, it's not done.
$20 down. Bill Cullen?
Mr. Van Gunten, did you do this picture using a medium that ordinarily would not be used in drawing, something that you don't think of? Was it drawn in that sense of the word? It was.
No.
You made it some other way than by actually drawing. Would it help us to find out what you used in place of ink? In other words, the black area.
Yes, it would.
Obviously, whatever you used, they were very tiny. Were they a lot of very tiny little particles? Would that be?
No, no.
Bunch of real big, well, could have...
Bunch of real big particles.
Real big. Was it something that exists like, well, this is a picture of a bird. Were they a lot of little, for instance, feathers or something like that you used?
No.
$40 down. Bess?
Well, Henry and I have been admiring the draftsmanship on this. Now, in other words, we now have to find out what matter you used other than ink, which it looks like. Was it charcoal?
No.
It was an unusual medium, yes?
Try over.
You didn't? No. Listen, would you have painted the white over a black piece of paper?
No.
Oh.
That's a good guess.
Yes, it's a good guess, but it's wrong. What could you have used? Mascara? I can't think of anything else.
You're making one unwarranted assumption here, at least one that is obvious, that he was just using some liquid or something. Just forget all about liquids and paints and things like that.
It was solid?
Yes.
Was it something that we would eat?
Oh, no.
Well, I mean,
$60 down. Henry?
The only thing I can think of that is that dark is coal. Did you use coal? Did you use a mineral?
No, no.
Does this come out of the ground?
Oh.
What you use, does it come out of the ground?
Oh,
Not in the sense you mean.
No.
How do you know what sense I mean it in?
As you very rarely make sense, Henry, and I know what would have happened.
Was it original? Oh, it didn't come out of the ground. Did you go down to get it?
I know I'm onto something. They all hate me.
It's a vegetable product. There's another hint for you.
Is it a root?
No. No.
It's a vegetable product, and oh boy, it's not a root. We got that established. Is it? No, radish is a root. See, we could have gone into that, but now we're.
This was a very, very tough one, panel. I would have been surprised if you had got it. Let me show you the raw materials now that Mr. Van Gunten uses in his work. He uses one piece of black paper and one pair of actual embroidery scissors. These are the actual tools.
We cut it out.
Believe it or not, every single leaf, every tiny feather has been cut out of a single piece of paper like this. We'll take just a moment or two here to show you another example of Mr. Van Gunten's work. Isn't that fabulous? How long does it take you, sir, to do one of these pictures, roughly?
Oh, this one about 3 weeks.
About 3 weeks?
Yes.
And after you get it all cut out of the black paper, then you paste it on a white background, I assume?
Yeah, that's right.
I see. How long would it take you to do all this delicate work here in the tree?
Oh, well,
That's the major part of the work.
Yeah, about 2 weeks. And this
is this an ancient art of some kind? Very old?
Yeah, oh yes, we have cutouts which are 300 years old in museums.
I see. Where did you learn this art?
At home,
At
in
home?
Bern.
In Switzerland?
Yes.
I see. And how long did it take you to become adept at it?
Oh, it took me 8 years, about 8 years.
I see.
Till I
We'll just show the folks here one more quickly. I wish we had time to look at these for hours. They're just fabulously beautiful. That's the... Let me show you... Just show you very briefly, because this is so beautiful, a piece of work sort of halfway along in progress. This is the black paper we told you about. And we'll call for a very tight shot from one of our cameras here. See that? Imagine cutting that out. Mr. Von Gutten, thank you so much, and congratulations on this very fine work of art. Thank you.
Bad boy.
Well, sir, we'll meet our special guest for tonight in just a moment, but first, here's a word from our sponsor.
Just a small revolution. Big change in Tempo. Now there's good old-fashioned flavor in a new charcoal tip cigarette. Tempo has a new rich tobacco blend for more tobacco taste. Tempo's filter has a section of charcoal granules bound together, plus a white fiber outer section. Result, a taste too good to miss. Now try new Tempo for good old-fashioned flavor.
Now it's time to meet our special guest. A young fellow's been having a phenomenal success here in TV and on records. You'll be seeing him soon also in his first movie called Birds Do It. Here is Soupy Sales. Who's your group, Soup?
I tell you what, Steve, these are a wonderful group of guys that, from the Congo, they're Watusis.
Real Watusi.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
And I understand that they have just been here a short time.
Yeah, a little over a month they've been here.
And they work at the World's Fair in the African Pavilion, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right, and they really are marvelous, and I thought the panel and the audience would like to see a sample of their native Watusi dance.
All right, we'd be delighted.
Well, they don't speak English, so I'll have to let them know.
I'll get out of your way.
Alors, mes amis, commencez les dance.
Soup, how did you meet these fellas at the fair?
Well, I tell you, it's sort
Maybe
of
you didn't meet them at the fair, huh?
No, I tell you, another interesting place I'd like to whisper to you.
All right, that's the secret, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, lay it on me. Oh, how come? I don't quite follow you.
Well, I'll let them, you tell Steve.
All right. Aha. Very interesting. What is it? Do you have the name of it? Well, panel, the clue concerns something that these Watusi gentlemen have been doing for about a week now, and we'll begin the game with Bess Meyerson.
Can I ask them the questions directly?
I'm the translator.
Oh, you are? All right, Soupy. Would you find out if they had to learn something that they hadn't known before in order to do this?
Yes.
And did you perhaps have anything to do with teaching them this?
No.
No. I thought maybe that was the Watusi version of the mouse or something.
Thank you.
Have they done this any...
Well, there goes $20. Henry?
I would like to give Bess the next few words that she was going to have anyway.
No, I'd rather give them back to you.
Okay. Subi, are they going to college here or something like that?
No.
See, that's funny. I made up my mind that that's what was happening, and now I can't even get rid of it. Oh, Henry, for goodness sake, make up a sentence. Did they understand English?
No.
Then they've really been here only a month?
Yeah.
Now, was the secret where you met them?
Mm-hmm.
I see. Where have you been the last month?
It's where he met them and what was happening.
Oh,
there.
Where, I see. Was it in a club of some kind?
No.
A public place?
Well, it's sort of a public
place, yes.
Yeah, but was it like an air terminal or a bus station?
No, it's basically the activity that occurs in the place rather than the place itself.
Where they were working at something, not dancing. Were they working in the place?
No.
Were
They were working at...
Something was going on, but they weren't employed there, if that's what you mean.
Were they dressed in ordinary civvies?
By you, yes. By them it was weird garb. That's it.
Were these Watusis learning the Watusi?
Yeah. That's right. Well, since Betsy has figured it all out, I guess you're going to have to show what they learn, huh?
Well, I tell you, I met him in a dancing class with the dancing teacher was Killer Joe Pirro.
Killer
the dancing,
Joe, yeah.
And we thought that it would, that's where we met. We thought that they would make a great secret for I've Got a Secret. They've only had a couple of lessons.
You want to lay down what you picked up and see what happens?
Yeah, baby.
All right.
Okay. Well, let's get up here in places. Here we go, gang. They used to take the big steps, but, we got the whole thing down there. Ready to go? Here's the Popeye. That was just great.
That was great.
Yeah, let's play a little more of that as we go into the commercial here. Can we try some more? And everybody, come on, there we go. We'll be back in just a moment, but we pause now for this important message.
That first day in our first apartment, I think she felt a little panicky. Suddenly finding herself a grown-up married woman. Well, she was scared. So I teased her a little to make her relax. Wife, I said, pay attention, because I'm going to teach you how to make coffee. First, and absolutely essential, Maxwell House. See? Blue can? Good to the last drop? Maxwell House. Maxwell House brews up coffee worth coming home for. Smell it. Now, taste it. See? Always good to the last drop. So, no experimenting with my coffee. Be a good little Maxwell housewife, and I think I'll keep you around.
From General Foods.
Hello, folks. This gentleman understands parles a little Anglais. Why are you learning the Watusi?
I like it very much.
Well, you're doing very well. Thank you. got just about a minute here to go. So, as we promised, we're going to sing this little song which we prepared in honor or sorrow or whatever about the New York water shortage. So wherever we hit the title, you guys all sing, right?
Right.
Real loud? Okay. Yes, teacher.
Water in New York, that's what the people are seeking. Water in New York, be sure your faucet's not leaking. Try not to shave, it's better to save till Saturday night. You'll look like a slob, but that's all right. Here we go. It's water in New York. If you've a pool, don't you fill it. Water in New York. They come again with the rain. Bathers with empty sinks and drinkers with stronger drinks need water in New York.
Big finish, everybody.
When will we have it
You guys are sure that Alan Sherman started like this? Something like that. Incidentally, statistics show, a little serious note before we wind up, that the average high school graduate earns $2,000 a year more than a dropout. So if you've been compelled to leave school, you can train outside the classroom. You can get all the facts, and I think you should, by getting in touch with your own state employment service. And now, so long for a while. So long, everybody. We'll see you all later. Goodbye.
I've Got a Secret has been brought to you tonight by Tempo Filter Cigarettes. This program was pre-recorded. This is John Cannon speaking.